Um, so one of the instruments here at Grand Rapids, the Piano Technician Guild that we're here right now, that has received very positive reviews by everybody who played it, is the 198. And you designed that.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about how that all came about and what you all wanted to achieve with that?
Well, that was a hole in the product line that we needed to fill, and we needed a piano of that particular size. And so some of the features of that piano, I think it probably is the only production piano that includes a treble cutoff bar, which is commonly known among technicians as a fish, simply because that's the shape that what it looks like.
Now, may I, being myself a layman of sorts here, could you relate that to somebody who doesn't know what a fish is, or knows what a fish is in the ocean, but doesn't know what a fish is on a piano? Could you explain what that is and what it does?
It's an extension of the gluing surface for the soundboard that cuts off part of the soundboard that has more negative impact on the sound than positive, and it balances the amount of free soundboard area on either side of the treble bridge at the high end, and it also stiffens the soundboard to be responsive to higher frequencies. The soundboard needs to be stiffer in that range. So that's just one example of something that is innovative in this piano. It's been used in rebuilding pianos quite recently, quite a lot by rebuilders, but not in production in modern pianos.
Technicians who have commented that the piano sounds very clear and yet warm, and is that one of the aspects that add to the clarity and warmness?
Yes. Well, there's also some other, without getting too technical, there's a number of things that I am proud of about the instrument that make it unique and unusual in comparison to others, but it was our purpose in this piano to have a powerful piano, but with some warmth to the sound, so that it's not too harsh I don't know how best to describe. It's very difficult to describe a sound in words, whether it be in negative terms or positive, but we didn't want to get too harsh, and we wanted it to have some warmth, but at the same time be a very powerful instrument.
And I think that has been achieved. I mean, from all what the technical community here has said, the instrument has been received as probably one of the most exciting instruments here at the show, and you have achieved that. But now this is not the only instrument that you designed. You were also the author of the upright pianos.
They already had 3 different scales, but they needed, especially in the American market, there was a desire expressed for both a larger piano to be the professional flagship, if you might call it, of the upright line, and then a smaller piano for classroom applications and school use. And since many of the school districts in the U.S. have very specific specifications, we made some, incorporated into the design of those pianos the requirements that are most likely to be expected by the school district specifications. So those were the models, 131, the larger, and the 116, the smallest of the line. So the 2 upright pianos that I designed were at both ends of the range of the size that they produce.
Frank, if you had the chance to meet every customer in the store that is there, what would you tell them? How would you sell the pianos you designed? Is there a message, a key thought that you would give our customers along?
Oh my. I'm sorry, I just don't know how to respond to that.
What is, or in other words, what are the things, the maybe one or two things that you think are most special, or the one or two features that you feel make us stand out?
Well, it's just I don't know. I guess in terms of what I would like to see a customer respond to, and would be most delighted to see in a response from a customer, is the being shocked by the fact that this piano has such quality, and yet it comes from China, and it's although it's not the cheapest piano on the block, it is a very good value for the money, and but most importantly, that the quality is far beyond what anyone would expect to come from China these days. But as I say, it's a very young company, and it's a growing company, and it's astonishing to me to see how fastly they have, how quickly they have developed, not only in size but in quality of the product.
What drives that? What is, in your estimation, the driver? I mean, we've seen them in 20 years come from non-existent to being one of the most admired manufacturers and brands from the Far East. Obviously, what were the components behind that?
Well, certainly the most central component is Mr. Chen himself, and his dedication and commitment to producing a first-class piano. It was, I think, the origin of it for him was when he was in Europe, and he detected the perception that anything out of China is of poor quality, and he made it his mission to correct that judgment about the quality of at least his product, if not his countrymen's. And then the people that he gathers into the company, not only his own family, but for to make up for his own lack of experience and the lack of experience of the others he brought in, people like myself and others from Europe and Japan, to help them to learn very quickly on a fast track how to build a quality product.
Could you explain to us, you have been to China how many times by now? What?
Well, 6 times a year over a period of 4 years, and prior to that, not quite so frequently, but for probably 2 years prior to that. So about 6 years all told.
How does your wife react to that?
Well, when I described some of what we eat in China, she says she couldn't survive there. She'd have to have her jar of peanut butter. But now that she is preparing to make a trip with me for the first time next month, she's getting very excited about it.
What do you do when you're there? I mean, obviously, you almost, what, 4 months, up to 4 months. What do you do during that time?
Well, I'm very, since I have a very limited time to do what I need to do, I'm mostly focused on my work, and in fact, it's like almost like stepping into another life when I go to China. I just lose track of what's going on in my real life at home, and step into doing as efficiently and as quickly what I can in the way of work. So I don't go over there and tour around to see the Great Wall and all of that, although there have been occasions when I did see the Great Wall and do other things, but
Well, my question is also, and we're going to take a brief cut just to make it here a viable video for the next unit. We do that right